I was like, I just didn't want to hit the button. Greetings, beautiful beings. Hope you all are drinking water and taking care of yourself. I hope the day is flowing with peace and ease, and that you know how amazing the world is because you are in it. I am Fatima. Man, JD, that's me for now. Um, who are you? How are you doing today?
I would also like to greet, but I'm going to greet the not so beautiful beings because we never greet them, and I think they deserve a little greeting too. So, hello, wretched people. I'm. I hope you're getting the day that you deserve, and that you're learning your lessons. Because, damn it, something was going to catch up with you eventually. I am Jeremy A. Teal, and I have no cool acronym behind my name because I didn't pay to go to school yet. So, yeah, that's who I am.
I just love you. For the wretched people who are
On
reading.
their way. They're on their way to becoming beautiful.
And I hope that you have the day that you deserve. I love that. That was good. That was good. I hope
Because you
you have
tried it this morning, you didn't put your signal light on. See, now the rest of your day's gonna be fucked. I don't make the rules.
those are the rules, friend.
Those are the rules. Them's
Okay.
the rule.
Okay. Then's the rules. All right. So, how are you feeling today?
Tired, all over the place, not organized, really, really upset that my car's check engine light is on, but hot and pretty and capable, popular and hungry. How are you feeling?
Oh, that hungry hit. So I definitely feel the hunger bug kicking in. I haven't breaking fast yet, so definitely hungry. I'm thinking about all the things because I'm traveling this weekend and that travel starts today. So I am going to Cancun tonight, so I don't have to be up with Black baby Jesus in the morning trying to catch a flight and having a long travel day before an event. This does not sound like a good idea, so I'm not. I'll be in, and shout out to the friends and family discounts at hotels. I am thankful for those that choose to give those to those like me, because without that discount, I would not be able to live my best life. So I feel supported and beautiful and sexy and fine and friendly and I was doing F words because of Fatima, right? And I feel
That makes
just
sense.
yeah, I feel fabulous. Like I have this fabulous feeling about myself these days, and I'm just gonna ride that wave, because it just started, and I kind of like her. So we're just gonna see how long she lasts.
Okay, I like it. What
Thanks.
am I saying? So we have now done that thing, and this is when you tell people to close their eyes and think about all the wonderful things they've done.
Jeremy has really just summed it up. I just invite you to come into this space, and you don't have to close your eyes, but you can do whatever feels good for you and listen to our words from a place of witnessing and knowing that you are grounded and you are seen, you are heard, your voice matters, your feelings matter, and also you flow in a way that's kind and non harmful to yourself and others because all can be true. And I just invite you to inhale and exhale that knowing from the top of your head down to the soles of your feet. And just come into a space with an open mind, an open heart, and a will to just ask yourself some questions.
Told
All
you.
right, so we're gonna talk about some things because it's that's why we're here. We come to talk. We come to engage in a meaningful dialogue that helps people think about things that they may not always think about, but we are thinking about these things, and we want to share them because there's gems in how we think about them, how we relate to these things. And yeah, why not share the gems, right? That's the point.
Share those gems.
Sharing is caring. So Jeremy, if you don't follow him on the social medias, you absolutely should. He has been talking about some really great things on his social media page, really awesome topics. And one of them was about community and people and not always being who you like. So we're going to talk about that today. And I would like him, Jeremy, ATO, to tell us what is this concept that you speak of that community is not always people that you like?
I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. You cannot claim community if you only talk to motherfuckers that you like. It just doesn't make, like, it's not how the word community works. Those are your friends. Them is your people. That's your posse, if you will. Community are just like the people you accidentally get lumped in with because y'all have the same intersections, or at least parts of intersections. So you don't really get to choose if you like them or not. That's fine. No one told you had to like them, but you do have to fuck with them, because when you vote against them or talk shit about them or in any way do something negative or positive, I guess, in the same sentence, it reflects on you and your experience in the world, because you experienced the world like them. So yeah, you can't just be nice to the people that you know and like. You have to be nice in general. You have to be kind in general. Be thoughtful of your whole community when you're outside representing us, bitch.
So we talked about this. It's just not coming back to me. We talked about this, and we talked about it from a framework of defining what community is, or do we need another word? And I think for me, because I'm in Mexico, and there's an expat community, and building community takes intention, right? Like people just coming together to be together. I don't really think it's community. To me, we are coming together in a way that we all agree on how we're going to move collectively. And I think that there's versions of that, right? That where everyone doesn't have to participate, or, like you said, you just come together because there's a like title or a like label or whatever. But to me, community is intentional. That shit just don't happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like and there's levels to it, right? Like there's community that happens because, again, like we said, the labels, but then the intentional community that I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like you at some point at the times that we're communing, because we're going to be different. We have different life experiences. But if you're in a community with me and I don't like you, that's different than the label community, because the label community doesn't usually have a way of addressing harms, doesn't usually have a way of talking about when shit's fucked up. It's just a whole bunch of people with the same label that gather. To me, the intentional community is like, we have conversations about how you're going to address my ass if you have a problem, like, and how I'm going to address you if I have a problem. And we agree that we're going to address each other that way. And if you don't, then as a part of the community, then the way that we agreed to talk about that shit, we're going to talk about it in the agreed upon manner. But to me, that's an intentional space. And I don't know, maybe it doesn't need another word, but community to me doesn't always have to be intentional either.
Well, yeah, the levels are there. I guess we're using the word community, and I'm using the word community when I'm using the word community correctly. There could also be, I guess it's just simply just people like you. Like I'm just going to use the gays, right? The gays. Hi gays, specifically the boy ones, specifically the ones that identify as male. Hey, when you're an asshole to one of us, you're being an asshole to yourself, because what happens is now there's like a little through line of, oh, we're all shit. We're all assholes. And that's not true. But by the time they get to me, now they've assumed that all of us are terrible, and they don't want to talk to me. They don't want to know me. They don't want to help me. They don't want to vote for me. They think my life should be shit because of those few experiences they've had with people who accidentally get lumped into us as a group. See. I'm not asking you to lay out the red carpet for every person you ever meet. That's not what I'm asking. And by all means, if someone says or does something inappropriate, negative, not fun, cuss their ass out, slap them in the throat, whatever you got to do. But if a motherfucker just asks you how your day is going, and just because you don't like them, you can't answer, we got a problem. Or you will ignore them because you're not attracted to them, we got a problem. Bitch, anybody said you was cute, first of all. And because I'm sure somebody thinks you're cute, including your parents. But asking you, which way the bathroom is ain't got nothing to do with if we fucking later or not. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's where I'm at. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's different. And the same. Because mine is a little like, it's the same, right? Because you go from there to where I'm talking about. So, yes. But that shows up in different communities too. Because, again, in this community that I'm learning about where I am, it's like people don't talk to each other. And because people don't talk to each other, because someone had that experience with that person, now that person is turned off to anybody in that group. Yeah. So you could be in a group with a WhatsApp group with hundreds of people, but because one person in that group was an asshole, then that person is thinking everybody, the other 200 and something people in that group is also an asshole. It's like, I don't even know that person. We just all know the same WhatsApp group. So I get what you're saying.
It's like think ahead of your actions on behalf of everyone involved in how the world labels you. And it's a lot of intention. I understand it's a big thing to think about. And I'm not talking about the outlier experiences. Though, like I said, if something is actually harmful, yes, like retaliate, defend yourself, protect yourself. But a simple thing like speaking is, I mean, that's just, I would say, human community. It's like someone says, hello, how you doing? You can answer truthfully, or you can just give the white lie of, yeah, everything's fine. How are you? Okay. Like, that doesn't hurt. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You saw me yesterday on the phone with a man who just wouldn't stop using so many words to say one thing. And did I make faces? Absolutely. I mean, I was distraught with stress. But did I say anything mean to that man? No, because he was just doing his job. And in that moment, we are in community because he is a service that I need, and vice versa. Like, we are in the human need of each other, bitch. I need you. You need me for the coin. I need some chicken. Like, you know what I mean? So I need to be somewhat decent. I could have went the fuck off and it's like, you know what, Charles, shut the fuck up. I could have, but that would have gotten me nowhere. And also would have reflected poorly on my organization, on me as a business person, a consultant. Then you would have seen me going off. He was like, well, Jeremy can't talk to folks. Now I gotta talk for Jim. Right? So it ripples bigger than that one little incident. Yeah.
So how do people move differently? Is there an antidote? Practice. Or how do you, not even move differently. How does one address another person who lives like this? Like, if it's you, there's a way to address it. But if it's someone else, like in your friend group, how do you have that conversation?
I mean, it is as simple as pulling someone aside and saying, hey, friend, here's a behavior that I've acknowledged or I've noticed. And I'm curious if you also notice it and acknowledge that it's true. Maybe from your perspective, you are doing something differently. I really want to talk about it because I feel like it's holding you back socially. Generally, it is that person in your group of friends or group of coworkers or group of whatever that is in constant turmoil with how terrible people are. It's like, well, I don't know if they're terrible. I think you are terrible. Because it really isn't that hard to be kind to people. Ain't nobody said you're gonna be all fucking nice and smiley and shit, but I know, actually, I can tell you right now, I had 3 people in mind that make it a point to not look inviting when they go in public. They make it a point. It is something that they will not smile in public. They will not make eye contact with people. They will not engage with anyone. because they don't want people to think they're soft. They don't want people to think that they're gullible. They don't want people to think that they're with their bullshit. It's like, but you're literally, that is one of the softest things you can do, which is to not try and meet someone's gaze. Like, that's a submissive move, first of all. Second, what do you mean people's bullshit? You made a plan on how you didn't want to interact with the public in public. That's the bullshit. I don't care what nobody said. That's the bullshit. And not wanting to interact, like not wanting to talk to people. Why are you out here? Why are you here? I understand people watching. I love to people watch. I do. It's one of my favorite things to do. Coffee shop, New York City, window seat, people watching. Just minding my own Black business. But if someone stops or needs the chair next to me and asks, hey, is anyone using this chair? My job isn't to be like, who the fuck are you talking to? Well, is the answer no? Because I still need the chair. It's like, I'm assuming maybe I'm talking to the chair. I don't know. So, I mean, that's the antidote. Pull them aside. Show them that this is a behavior you've noticed. See how the conversation goes. If they get weird and defensive, let it go. That's just, it's a moot point. They're now out, as far as I'm concerned. You're out. What do you think? What is the end from you?
Well, it depends on what hat I'm wearing, right? Because I don't always like people either. And I go into public, not with like a don't talk to me, but I go in with I can be by myself, right? I can be in the crowd and be the person in the corner on the back of the crowd, right? Like I don't necessarily want to be around humans all the time. So I get it when other humans don't want to be around humans as well. And that's where I usually meet them at. But then I talk about how then you respond to humans when you're making the choice to be amongst them, because that's the point. Like you said, pulling them aside, but really like asking questions. Why are you doing this? If you don't want to be around people, why are you subjecting people to the energy of you not wanting to be around them? That's rude and disrespectful. You could stay at home or you could go in the corner somewhere. But you are bringing that energy in. That's if I'm in like my personal life, you know. You can give it to people like straight. I can give people like straight and dry in my personal life. If I'm wearing the hat of consultant or practitioner, it's more of a reflection session. Like I'm asking a lot of questions. Like, I've noticed that you've done this. Why do you do this? Where did that behavior come from? Does that behavior render the result that you're seeking? Because now I need to know. Like now I have questions, right? And most of the questions that I ask people, they'll say, I've never thought about that. I said, I know, I'm sure. Hence why you behave this way. So I'm inviting you to like think about it. So yeah, I don't always have that same patience in my personal life because there's no invoice that I get to send at the end of the session. So it's a little more cut and dry. But if I'm in practitioner mode or whatever, I'll walk you through it. I'll hold your hand and everything. I'll hold your hand. I'll tell you how I'm going to hold your hand before I hold your hand, so I can get consent about the way that I'm going to hold your hand to take you to place that I know that you need to go. Because what the fuck?
I mean, what the fuck is the true question? So yeah, I love that we both have well, you have the two modalities. I kind of do it with or without. So I'm not gonna lie, I find it to be kind of fun and dramatic to know the answer before I ask the question, and sometimes just be the first and only person to ever challenge a person in a scenario, like mid-bar. Oh, this is great. This happened 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. I have a friend who is autistic and male, but he also happens to be very large. He's like 6'4", and he weighs way more than 300 pounds. This is a big dude, right? But he is what you would call a teddy bear. Like, he is the softest, sweetest thing. I mean, he would run from a mouse. Like, he is just that. And bless his heart, he just can't help it. That's just who he is as a person. Anywho, there was this very drunk, like belligerently drunk person standing next to him who was encroaching upon his personal space. And he kind of when a person gives you the look like that, like, oh my God, help me look. Well, I'm the perfect person to give that, oh my God, help me look to, because I ain't got one motherfucker in this room. Like, at Hugo, you can't whoop me. I'm just letting you be known. You can't whoop me. But before we get there, I'm gonna ask you politely. So I did ask him politely, hey, just could you move over maybe like a foot or so? My friend is really uncomfortable and you're obviously pretty drunk. Are you okay? Are your friends here? And he kind of pointed at this other guy and was like, are you his friend? He said, no, I don't know him. It's like, well, shit. Okay. We got this man who is now drunk by himself. And then he said, well, no, I don't take instructions very well. It's like, oh, okay. So if I just told you to move out the fucking way, would that help? Like, does that escalated to a point where you realize that I will punch you in your throat? And he said, well, if you would, then yes, but I don't think you would. And I was like, okay, well, here we got another option. I could punch you in the throat, but see, I live in this city and I want to stay a decent patron of this bar. So how about I do this? And I put my hand up, do a little twinkle, twinkle, because people don't be knowing I know people. Twinkle, twinkle. Overwalk security. It's like, this one needs to move. He was removed. See, it's shit like that. See how I tried to be nice about it? See, I tried to be nice. And then I gave the threat to see if you were like, oh shit. And it's like, oh, okay, you need like a social threat. Cool. Get him out of here. Get him the fuck up out of here. So yeah, that's how I handle shit. I love making people uncomfortable in that way. Love it. Also, you never know who knows who, who's in community with who. So please know that when you're asshole to me, Jeremy Teal, there are thousands of people that are now off of your list. Thousands. And these are real people. Like, these ain't motherfuckers that follow me on social media. Like, there are people who fuck with me. Same with you. Right? Like, there are people that fuck with us. There are people who will fly us to other countries to handle shit. Literally will fly us to other countries to handle shit. Will come to us from other countries to handle shit. They might just be there for 3 or 4 hours, but they coming. And I'm gonna just stand there and wait till my friend get off the goddamn airplane because it's gonna go motherfucking down. Sorry, I feel like I've deviated from the topic, but yeah, that was just a really fun example of like how being in community and being kind and nice can escalate, and you could go the fucking left, which I did. I went left. I didn't choose grace. I chose violence.
That wasn't violence. I would have chose it, like, because I don't have the time or the energy. Like, we're getting older now, right? So it's like what we had patience for, we no longer have patience for. And it's like I may have 5 years ago had the patience to let you work through this, but now I don't. And security, because I don't. Like, that's not my fault. You did it to yourself. So I don't think that was violence at all. I think it was a really great decision. And again, if you're going to be in community with people, you gotta be very aware that every action has a reaction. There's consequences for the choices that you make. And most people don't know that if you make a choice and how that one choice can impact and trickle down to other choices, it can. And you don't know who people know, because people be shocked. But I know so many people. And I'm like, damn, I do know that person, right? Or I have met this person, or I do know somebody that does that. And it's like, But my community is just so vast that, like you said, I don't have to do a lot. I said what I said. I asked you questions. You said what you said. And now I'm just going to do what I'm going to do, because you weren't listening to when I said what I said.
And now that it's done, you now have a different understanding of how this community can work. Because I'd imagine there's an alternative world where I did just slap him in the throat, like just pop right there, and the whole nother set of things would have erupted. Meaning, I would have been able to go back to that bar. And now that guy who fights at the bar, the gay's always outside. It's like, nope, not pushing that stereotype, because it's not true. Some of us do have other options, and my other option is this motherfucker won't stop staring at me because I like that security guard as a person. Like, he's really, really dope. And every so often he'll just look and see if I'm okay. He just happened to be looking. I gave the twinkle, twinkle. Get the fuck out of here. Like, it was that simple. That's simple. And you never know who's on your side, because you never know what being kind to someone will do. I think from a perspective outside, you would have never thought that man would be in my community. That guy and I you wouldn't see us walking down the street having a coffee talking. You probably wouldn't. or at least in your mind you wouldn't. But I have, and I will, because he is a part of my extended community. I don't just know motherfuckers that are gay. I don't just know black people. I don't just know men. I know people. So yes, community ain't just folks that you like. It ain't. There's more motherfuckers out there. Even the people you find to be a little threatening or off-putting, they still are in your community. You got to learn to work with them. That's the only way we go get through some shit. But just don't call me after the meeting, because I don't really fuck with you like that.
You're not lying. I feel like that's what's happening. It's like people are trying to figure out how to work with people they don't like. So I don't have to like you to respect you. I don't have to like you to be cordial. I don't have to like you. I learned at a young age, though. I'm thankful that I had a godmother who really helped me process that. She's like, you do not have to like it. You don't have to like people. Not it, people. I had to learn as an adult that I didn't have to like the things. Now it's okay that I like actively show that I don't like things. But as a child, it was people, because I really don't like people. I never liked people. And it would, as a kid, imagine a child being like, I don't like you. To an adult, I don't like you. And I used to do that. And my godmother was like, you don't have to like people, but you do have to be cordial.
You just have to. It's one of the core things that keep us from murdering each other in the streets. That's it. Because let's be very honest. There was a time and place where if you didn't like a motherfucker, you just stabbed him and it was done. And there was no order to it. It's just like, well, I mean, he did call him a twat. Darn it. It was justified. Or, he did take his drumstick. Well, damn. Yeah. I really appreciate it. Because, I mean, as much as I'm good with being gone about 65, 70, but 38 because I cut somebody off in traffic, that feels dramatic. This could have been avoided. So whoever came up with that little, be nice, don't murder people. Whoever came up with that, they cooked. They were cooking with that. For sure.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have anything else.
I don't either. This might be the shortest episode of Rooted in Us that has ever been recorded. And that is completely okay, because what has been said is enough. And I hope you motherfuckers learn to just get along, because we got a lot of shit to do, and we're gonna need a lot of people to do it. God damn it.
Yeah, and just drink water, take care of yourself, follow us on the social media, because I felt like that was a great wrap up. So yes, go take care of yourself, go eat, because we are both hungry. I'm pretty sure that's why we have nothing else to say. So we're gonna go nourish ourselves. We hope you do the same thing. And look around your community and recognize that it's okay not to like them, but they're with you there for a reason, and we can choose how we engage. So yeah, keep on being great to yourself. Do all the things. Love.